Hi air signs, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be a love and spirituality reading for Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And I'll also be doing an extended video, so make sure you check the description box when you are finished watching this one. Okay, air signs, so you are coming up as the moon card in the reverse. And I believe that the fire signs got this card as well. So to me, this card is talking about an emotional blockage. Like you are blocked emotionally because you may be trying to figure something out that involves your emotions. You're trying to figure it out logically. You're trying to use your brain to figure it out. So for example, you could know exactly why you're feeling some type of way. And you could be thinking, okay, if I know why I'm feeling this way, then I should be able to logically move myself away from it. But that's not always effective when it comes to dealing with your emotions. Just because you can label something or identify it doesn't mean that the feelings attached to it go away. Like for example, let's say you've just discovered that you have an issue with codependency. You discovered what a codependent is. Just because you now have a label for it, that doesn't mean that it goes away. Like it's still things emotionally that needs to be worked through. And I feel like that's what's happening here. It's like some of you are really trying to logically explain a feeling away, and that's not gonna work because the feeling is in your heart space. It's not in your head, so you can't remove it mentally. And I think that's causing a blockage for you. The outside energy here is Leo in the reverse. So this is, the outside energy is someone who is affecting you right now. Someone's energy that's greatly affecting your life. So it could be a lover, it could be a friend, a family member, a boss, a co-worker. Just take it as it resonates. It can even be like a job, like the energy surrounding a job. Just take it as it resonates. But like I was saying, the Leo card in reverse to me is showing someone who lacks confidence. And I feel like them lacking confidence causes them to make very, very poor decisions is what I'm hearing. Very poor decisions. And then I'm feeling this arrogance with them. Like when they make a poor decision, they're very cocky about it. And they don't want to admit that they were actually wrong. You know, when someone like does something wrong and they'll kind of come back like shamefaced and apologizing, and you feel bad for them and take them back in. It's like this person won't do that. Like they'll do something wrong and then they'll be arrogant about it as if you're the one that did something wrong, or as if they're in the right, or as if you owe them something. It's a really weird energy that I'm getting, but I just get like this very cocky sort of behavior of someone who has a huge ego, and they won't put that ego down just for a second to repair a connection that they may have broken. I want to clarify. I want to pull one more card. I want to pull one more card for you and this person. Sagittarius. So some of you could be a bit angry right now with the Sagittarius card being here. I think that your emotions being blocked sometimes can manifest as anger. Like sometimes when we're sad and we don't want to kind of feel that sadness, we can turn that sadness into anger and rage, because that's that feels better. It feels better to be angry than to be upset or sad. So some of you could just be feeling very, like I said, you could be feeling anger. It's like your sadness is being transformed into anger, and it's expressing itself as anger. For some of you also, you could be speaking a truth. So you could be giving someone a very harsh truth. It could be this person that you've delivered a harsh truth to, and that's would probably hurt their ego. But if that's not the case, I feel like it's possible that you're just giving people the harsh truth in general. Like you're just really tired of people acting a certain way or behaving a certain way, and you're tired of biting your tongue. So you could be just giving people a very harsh truth, or speaking some sort of truth that you've been keeping within you that you're needing to speak in order to release it. On their end, the Saturn card is here in the reverse. So this is the type of person who they're going to have to learn some sort of harsh lesson in order to pull themselves out of this energy. This is like someone whose ego is so huge that the universe has to literally step in and humble them for them to see the error in their ways, because if not, they'll never see it. So this person could be experiencing some type of Saturnian lesson right now, some type of very difficult lesson from the universe that's going to kind of crumble their ego is what I'm hearing. It's going to humble them for sure, because they're not just hurting themselves by being this way. They're hurting other people as well. So it could be some sort of lesson that they're learning. With the Sagittarius being here in the reverse, for some of you, not all of you, I feel like this is a small group of you. For some of you, the truth that you speak is the lesson that they're going to learn. So you could be kind of like exposing them in some way. Even if you're not exposing them to the public, you could be exposing them to themselves. Like you spoke some sort of hard truth that they can't really deny, and it probably really hit them where it hurts. But it was needed. I don't think that it was something that wasn't necessary. Like I think it was needed, that they needed to hear this. And like I said, take it as it resonates. It doesn't have to be a lover. I am sensing that this probably is a lover, but it does not have to be that. Okay. So traveling card is here in the past along with poverty. So with the traveling card being here in the reverse, this talks about a standstill. I'm trying to make sure it's in the camera. This talks about a standstill. It's like something that was moving very quickly and then suddenly coming to a halt is what I'm hearing. So it was moving very quickly along and then it comes to a halt. So this could be a connection of some sort. This could be just your life in general. You felt like was going along very quickly or very in a positive direction, or so you thought, and then something happens that makes you come to a standstill. But the poverty card being here in the reverse, I need to clarify that. Ooh, okay. What I'm getting from, I'm not getting literal poverty for some of you. For some of you, you could have come into some money or something along those lines. But I think that this is more about a low vibrational energy. It made my skin crawl a little bit. It's like being in a very low vibrational energy for a while, and then, but your life was, things were moving so fast that you didn't even realize how much damage was being done. But your vibration was really low. It just made my skin crawl, literally. Okay, let me give an example because I feel like I'm not explaining this right. Let's say that you meet someone that you really have a very strong connection with and things move ahead really quickly. That's a low vibrational energy. If this person is not who they say they are, you're connecting yourself with someone who has a low vibration, who has negative energy. But because it's moving so fast, you're not aware of it. You're not able to stop and think, whoa, hold on, this doesn't feel right, or this person's energy doesn't feel right, because things are progressing so quickly. But just because you can't feel it or you're not aware of it doesn't mean that this person's energy isn't negatively affecting you. I really hope that that makes sense. It's one of those things where you could have dived in too quickly, not realizing how much of an impact this person is having on you. And usually you don't realize it until you come to a halt, meaning that they leave or you leave, and now you're kind of left on your own to think things through. Then you kind of realize how much damage was actually done. See what I'm saying? It's like one of those situations where you're in it, you don't realize what's being done until you are out of it. Let me pull one more. Oof, it just made my skin crawl, that energy. Official person in the reverse. Let me pull one more. Sudden wealth. Yeah, so the official person in the reverse and the sudden wealth card, to me, it talks about being out of control, because the official person card is like someone who's very much in control of their lives, or that's how I read it anyway. Someone who's very much in control of their lives, someone who it has a very strong hold or strong grip on reality. Like they're able to see things for what they are. They're able to see past illusions. They're able to control their emotions and tame them so their emotions won't lead them astray. And I feel like it's the opposite that happened in this past situation. It's like you or them or both of you kind of let your emotions lead you because you felt like you kind of hit the jackpot. It's like you felt like you left or you met someone or you came into some situation where you feel like literally you hit the jackpot. So because you had that feeling, you didn't question it, you just ran with it. That's like if you literally hit the jackpot, you're not going to be like, wait a minute, is this a catch? Like you're going to go and cash in or whatever you do when you hit the jackpot and collect your money. You're not going to question, is this a trick? Is this a joke? Like you're going to go and get your money. And I think that that's what this was. Like it presented itself to be something extremely beneficial, and so you just took it and ran with it. But it just could have, it's like things happened too quickly. But at the same time, it's like, could it have happened any other way? Because like I said, it presented itself as a jackpot. So why would you not take it and run with it? You know, the present blockages, friendliness in reverse and house in reverse. So it looks like with the house card being in reverse, you are just not feeling, and the friendliness card too, both of them together, you're just not feeling the warmth. You're not feeling the love presently. So that's why I said this came to a halt. Not feeling the love, not feeling warmth, not feeling like you are at home, feeling like a stranger, even when you are with someone that you're very familiar with. So this could be, like I said, someone from your past or someone who's still around, that when you're around this person or when you're in this situation, it's like they're in the room with you, but you still feel alone and you don't feel any warmth. You feel like you're being shut out, even though, like I said, you could be literally lying right next to that person and you still feel shut out in some way. You could feel like they are disconnected, or you could just feel the disconnect from the energy. At first, you could have been feeling like, what's the word? Enmeshed? You could have been feeling like your energy was not separate at all. Like you could have been feeling like we are one, like I'm you, you're me. We're like in this together. I see so much of myself in this person. I love this person so much. Like feeling like y'all are, I guess the word would be enmeshed. I just keep on seeing the image of like hands holding together. Like y'all are just feeling like you're deeply connected, and then suddenly feeling disconnected from them, feeling this cold sort of, like I said, this feeling of just being out in the cold, even when they're in the same room as you, even when you're touching them. It could be that you're still feeling this disconnect. It's this energetic disconnect. I'm gonna pull one more. And again, this doesn't have to be lovers. This could be family. This could be friends. Journey. Great fortune. I'm gonna pull one more. Just trying to get a very clear reading or a very clear view of what's happening here. Completion. Okay, I see what's happening. So you or the other person involved could have been feeling like something's missing. Completion card in reverse. So it's this feeling of something's missing and going to seek it elsewhere. Like I feel like there's some sort of, it's like something great waiting for me, so I have to go and search for it. And in the process, leaving someone else in the cold, or leaving someone to feel like they've gotten the cold shoulder. So if the person didn't physically leave, they could have emotionally left, is what I'm hearing. Searching for something. It's like that grass is greener on the other side thing. Having something great and still feeling like, maybe there's something better. Let me go search for it. I feel like I'm incomplete. And I feel like if you were dealing with a person like this, or if you currently are, I feel like this person will never feel complete. Because whatever they're looking for, they're not going to find it externally. So they can keep trying to find it and get completion from outside of themselves. They're not going to find it. For some of you, this could be you. You could just feel like there is something more to life that you're missing out on, or even when you have good things in your life, you could feel the sense of something's not right. It's not complete. I need to go search elsewhere. And again, same thing I said in regards to that other person, whatever you're searching for, you're not going to find it externally. You're not going to find it externally is what I'm hearing. I hope that didn't confuse you. I feel like a lot of you just feel like I feel like this is a reoccurring feeling for a lot of you. You just get these periods of time where you just feel completely disconnected from everything and everyone. And you just think like there has to be more to life than this, or like you feel like you have to start searching because there's this sense of emptiness and disconnect. Is what I'm seeing. Okay. Future advice, we have the celebration card and we have the high honor card. So with the celebration card being here, hope you can see this, and the high honor card, it looks like what you're headed towards is a lot of happiness and fulfillment. But you know what? Getting a weird message from that though, because I'm getting that some of you feel like you don't deserve this happiness unless you struggle for it. I think that you've struggled a lot when it comes to connections. Like you've had to fight for them, or there's always been some sort of battle or some sort of struggle And I feel like because of that, when things come to you easily, that's what leaves you into this state of, oh, something's wrong. There has to be more to life than this. So if a relationship is too easy, like you didn't fight for it, or a friendship or a job, or if a blessing comes to you that you didn't have to struggle for, you can just start to feel this sense of emptiness, like something's wrong. This is not satisfying me. I need something else. And I think it's coming from the fact that you feel like you have to struggle in order for you to achieve whatever, or to receive whatever blessings could be trying to come your way. I think that if there was someone involved with you, like I feel like they could have triggered all of this, or like they could be the reason why you're having these epiphanies. They could be the reason why you're watching this reading and now you're having this epiphany. See what I'm saying? Everybody comes into your life for a reason. But like I said, I just feel like you just feel like there has to be a struggle. Like things can't be this easy. Let me pull one more. It could get to the point where you start to subconsciously attract, or you start to subconsciously create situations where there is a struggle. Like creating boundaries creating blockages for yourself that aren't there, but you create one because it's like you feel this sense of accomplishment whenever you can get past a blockage. It's hard for you to just accept a blessing without there being a blockage involved, which can leave you feeling very attached to people who they have a blockage up, like they have like a wall up, or they have their guard up, or they're egotistical, like I said with this person, and it's difficult to get through to them. It's like that's basically a subconscious projection of the blockage you feel that needs to be there in order for you to deserve whatever blessings coming in. So you're attracting people or a person who is blocked so that you can work for it, so you can struggle for it, because it's kind of like you feel imbalanced or you feel empty when you don't have to struggle for it. I'm gonna pull one more. Flowering card. Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like some of you feel like you're not growing unless you're struggling. So some of you could be very heavily invested in growth, or you take a lot of pride in the fact that you've gotten over a lot of hardships in your life. Like you think back on your life and the things you've been through, and it makes you feel accomplished that you have been through so much and you've managed to get out of it. But it's creating this pattern in you now where now you don't have to learn the hard way, but you're still creating situations where you have to learn the hard way. See what I'm saying? Because it's like your identity could be wrapped up in struggle love, struggle friendships. Like it's not right unless I have to struggle and fight for it. And like I said before, that can put you in a situation where you're at peace, there's nothing going wrong, but now you're creating a blockage for yourself because you want to be able to get past it, or you're holding on to someone who has a blockage because you want to be able to get past it. I feel like you think you can only grow while you're struggling, which is not the case. You're just so used to the growth only coming with struggle, but you can grow without the struggle. I'm gonna pull one more, and I'm also hearing you can grow without the struggle. I'm also hearing that you deserve great things without the struggle. You deserve for great things to just come to you. You don't have to struggle for them. Sometimes the universe just wants to gift you something or bless you with something. And who knows, it could be that you struggled a lot in your past life and the rewards are just coming to you in this life and you're rejecting them because you're like, oh, I didn't work for this, but maybe you did work for it in a past life. So don't reject any of your blessings or question them just because they come easily to you without a fight. I'm gonna pull one more. Especially if you're a good person and you've been putting out good karma, that's something. That's not, you're not doing anything. You're putting out good energy into the world. That's something major. Pull one more for this person. Then we're going to move on to the extended despair card. Oof, okay. Courthouse, marriage in reverse. All right, this person, despair card in reverse, they're trying to pull themselves out of a a headspace of feeling defeated in some way. I think that you have a lot to do with this. Like I said, you could have said something to them, or it could be some sort of lesson that they are being made to learn because they needed to be humbled, whoever this outside person is. I think that because the courthouse talks about like an official decision, to me it's like a decision by the universe. I just think that, like I said, they needed to be humbled in some way. Marriage in the reverse. This could be a lover, but it doesn't have to be. It's like them receiving something from the universe regarding a connection that fell apart. I'm assuming that this is with you. I'm assuming. But they're trying their hardest not to surrender to the feeling of defeat. Like I said, this person just has a huge ego. Like they just don't want to surrender to defeat. They don't want to surrender to facing the fact that they were wrong, or the fact that they were the ones that were out of line. It's like they don't want to surrender to that fact, but the universe, like I said, it's gonna have to humble them. It's gonna have to. So I'm gonna dive more into this person's headspace and heart space, and we're going to give you some advice regarding this person, and then some advice overall, like general advice for you moving forward. So thank you for watching this video. I'm going to leave the extended video in the description box down below. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys over on Vimeo.